Are you a busy doctor or medical practice owner trying to grow your patient base and do the best you can for your patients, but you don't have the hours to put into marketing? Well, stick with me because in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly how to market your practice with very little money in just 30 minutes a day and how to reach those amazing patients that are out there just waiting for you to help them. My name is Jill Fox, and I'm the owner of Fox Social Media, and I've been helping businesses, practices, and brands to market and grow online for the past 15 years, and I'm very excited to share this information with all of you. So before you get started with your 30-minute-a-day marketing, you're going to need to build your base, and what I mean by that is you're going to make sure you have a website, which sure you do. You're going to put your social media icons on the either header or footer of that website so people can follow you on social media. You are going to make sure that website is optimized with all the information and positivity that you need. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to create your Google business page. Now, this is completely free, and the links will be in the description of this video or podcast, depending where you're listening to it. So you are going to add all of your information. This is so simple to set up and completely free. You're going to add images and photos, and this is where you're going to want your reviews to go. So you're going to check this often. You're going to check this when you check your social media. The next thing you're going to do is set up your social media sites. And it's really going to depend on what kind of practice you have. But make sure you have a very professional, optimized, personal LinkedIn page so people can check you out. It's kind of like your CV on steroids, sort of. So that's how you want to look at this. Fill out the categories, fill out job description, talk about who you are. And when you talk about who you are in the summary, put a little bit of personal information, whatever you're comfortable with, whether it be, when I'm not working, I spend time with my family, I go boating, I hike, I paint. I love to travel, whatever it is that's about you. I'm a huge fan of, a certain team or anything that helps people connect to you and see you as a human and real person. You're going to want in the last section of the about. So the last paragraph of the about section. So get that all filled out. The next things I would recommend are building a Facebook page for your business and an Instagram account for your business. Now, just start with those two. You can go on to add as you grow, but Facebook is somewhere that ads work well, and most people that are at least a little bit older are on. So Instagram is very visual. A lot of people are on Instagram as well, but remember, every time you post to Instagram, you're posting an image or a video. That being said, I recommend you post an image or video every time you post on any of the other platforms as well, or some kind of graphic. I'm not a big fan of text-only posts because there's too much information out there and there's nothing to stop the scrolls, nothing for your eyes to grab onto to say, whoa, I want to see what this is. So I recommend you do that as well. Now, once you have that complete, then we can start on the 30-minute-a-day marketing plan. So you want to do this marketing either in between patients, beginning or end of the day, and you want to do it effectively. You want to do it so that you are saving time and putting out the most positive and effective content possible. So the next thing I want to mention is the pillars of medical marketing. And this kind of goes for everyone, not just medical practices, but visibility is number one. You could be the best doctor on the planet, but if nobody knows you're there, how are you ever going to grow your practice? You're not. So number one is visibility. People are going to go through Google searches. They're going to look at business listings. They're going to ask for referrals. And you want to show up in those places. The next is authority. And what that means is this person is smart. I trust this person. This is a doctor I would go to. I would trust him to take care of me and give me the best advice. So you have to build that trust. And that is number one. Visibility, obviously, is the most important, the first thing you have to do, but that trust is the most important. And the way you build that is by being honest, being ethical, being who you are, and sharing your knowledge online. You also need to build a connection with these people so they feel like, I'd be comfortable with that doctor. I trust that doctor. That doctor can help me. I can actually talk to him or her about what my issues are and feel comfortable. So this is important as well. And again, this comes back to being authentic, real, yourself, and not putting on a front or acting different because you're on a video, any of those things. So those are the 3 most important things that you're going to try to accomplish. So how does this 30-minute thing work anyway? What am I going to do in the 30 minutes? Number 1, you're going to block that time. Okay, I have 30 minutes. I'm going to sit down and knock this out, whether it be first thing in the morning, your lunch break, a break between patients, whenever it works for you, anytime it works for you. The first 5 minutes, you're gonna audit and engage. And what that means is you're going to look at any reviews that are on your Google business page, on your social media. You are going to respond to every review. Now, I have a video talking about how to handle negative reviews, and you can watch that as well. But what I'm going to tell you here is anyone that has a positive comment, you're going to personally thank them. If somebody has a question, you're going to answer them with as much information as you're legally allowed to give out on social media. Make sure that you're, number 1, you're meeting all the rules and requirements and regulations. So you're also going to look at Facebook, look at Instagram, and make sure all those messages are answered. You're not going to get a lot in the beginning, so it will only take you 5 minutes. Now, again, if you get a hater, a troll, that's just somebody who's saying something that has no validity, no value. They're just those people that hate life and they go around saying negative things on all different websites. Just delete and block. That's all you need to do. Don't even deal with them. A negative review, again, go watch my video on how to handle a negative review. You can actually turn that into a positive, and that video will tell you how. So the next thing you want to do is to take, in minutes 6 to 15, you're going to take and create a piece of content. You might create a quick 30-second video. The best way to do this is to make a list of the top 10 or more questions that your patients ask. What are you asked the most? So you're going to start answering those questions. All you have to do is hold your phone up and hit record. Nothing fancy. So let me tell you 2 things though. Good lighting, be in front of a window, bright light, whatever it is, but be well lit. Being in your office or in one of the rooms, the patient rooms, is a great idea. Be in your atmosphere. That builds trust that you're a legit doctor. And number 2, good sound. So pop in your earbuds. Use your earbuds to record it. It will sound better. So light and sound. And make sure there's not a lot of ambient noise around you too. You want to make sure it's a quiet room for the most part. The little noise outside not going to make a difference. You're going to hear my dog bark on this video at some point. So that's what you're going to do. These are so easy, and you don't have to do a lot of editing because you're going to just get on there and say something like, so my patients always ask, what is the best way to lose weight? And the answer, and then you're going to go into the answer. However you talk like you. We don't want you to sound like anyone else, just you. And answer that question the way you would answer it, giving decent, useful information, but again, meeting all your guidelines. Now, minutes 16 through 25, you're going to share a tip of the day or something practical, or, it may be why you need to drink more water when you travel by air, or how do you prepare for your upcoming physical? Are there things you need to do? And you're going to do some kind of a graphic, an image, a post, and share this information. Remember to use tools like Canva. Canva.com, and I'll put the link in the description in the show notes, is free. And it is absolutely amazing. If I could only have one tool, it would be Canva. It's a graphic design platform for people with absolutely zero graphic design knowledge or skill. And now I fit in that category 100%. It's amazing what you can do with Canva, and quickly. So the other tools that I absolutely love are ChatGPT and perplexity.ai. Those two platforms are incredibly useful. ChatGPT writes really well. Again, make sure it sounds like you. So when you ask it a question, write a post about why people need to drink more water when they travel by air, something like that. When you get the result, tweak it so it sounds like you. But boom, you've got that. You go over to Canva, you pop in what you need. Canva even has an AI feature. So you can put in a prompt saying, hey, Canva, create an image for me of somebody flying on an airplane and drinking a bottle of water. Poof, they're going to create an image for you. So it's very short. It's very easy. You can also say, oh gosh, I have an hour today. You're going to pop out, 3. You're going to do the whole week. You can schedule those in Facebook, so you don't have to even go back to it. You can schedule those in the scheduling platforms depending what you use. Which brings up another really good question that people ask: which social media platform should I be on? I would say you have to have a really good LinkedIn page. And one of the things I do in my practice is, in my business, I should say, is to I completely optimize LinkedIn pages for high-level professionals in different fields. So that's an important place to be on LinkedIn. The other is for your practice to be on Facebook, Instagram. So remember that Instagram is a very visual platform. So this is going to be things like meet my office staff, how this machine works, a before and after pictures with proper documented permission from patients. Always, 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 always. Those kind of things are going to do really well on Instagram because it's so visual. Now, they can also go on Facebook. They're fine. If you make everything in a square size, it can go on all those platforms. LinkedIn, you're going to more be posting maybe articles or things like that you either find and you think are really important. You might share an article and put your comments on the top in the comment section, in the description section, so that people know you think this article is important and here's your take on it. It doesn't have to be a long dissertation. 3 or 4 sentences is just fine. So there's quite a bit you can do. Now, what do you need to avoid? Don't overcomplicate it. Make this so simple that it's like, this can't work. It's too easy. It doesn't have to be hard. The other big mistake is trying to be like someone else. Even if you've seen other professionals online and they do really, really well, don't copy them. It's not going to work. You have to be you and do what works for you and be your personality. It will not help you at all if a patient sees you dancing on a TikTok video and then comes in the office and you're a more reserved person. It's a mismatch, and it feels fake and weird. And was that AI? Was that even this doctor? It's bad. It's not going to help you to be anyone but you. And then you attract your tribe, as they say. So you attract those patients who are going to be the most comfortable coming to you for treatment and advice and healthcare. Don't waste money on paid ads before you have a consistent base set up. This is hard because people want to plunk money in right away into ads. But what I always tell people is to set your base up first. That's rule number 1. And what I mean is have your social media site set up, have them completely optimized, meaning all the information is filled out. You have images. You've got at least 10 posts on your social media platforms. You've got a little bit of a following, people following you. You're starting to get noticed a little bit on these sites. Then you can start putting a little bit of money into ads. Now, ads are a whole different beast. So that will be, I have other videos on how to do Facebook ads as a beginner. So you can watch those videos as well. But don't do that right off the bat. And the other thing is, don't ignore online reviews. Oh my gosh, wherever your reviews are, you have to answer those people. Please answer those people. It's so important. They are the best source of new patients that you can possibly get. Those are the most trusted source of information for people to get new patient, for people to come to you and feel comfortable with you. go ahead and make sure you answer all those people. And speaking of that, don't forget to set up your Google business page. That is crucial. Google business page is completely free. When you ask for reviews, ask for them to be on Google. Best place people can leave reviews. Number one, I think they're the hardest to cheat. Number two, Google's the largest search engine in the world. So your reviews are attached to the largest search engine, which feeds it information and helps it to say, hey, this practice is legit. Let's show this to more people. It's a big circle of positivity. So again, free business page, fill out every detail and don't forget to check it, add photos to it, and to answer those reviews. One more piece of advice about reviews that's really important. Don't let your patients leave reviews while they're in your office. They will not show. Google will see that the location and the IP address are the same as your practice, and they will delete them. You want your patients going home to a completely different location and IP address and then leaving the review. So if your practice sends out, maybe your practice sends out emails or texts asking for a review, that's great because they're already home. Wait till they're already home. Give a gap between when they're finished their appointment and when they get home, maybe 30 minutes or something. And then ask them to be on Google. Always the best place for your reviews. And I want you to get started tomorrow. Start tomorrow. If you're watching this early in the day, start today. Get everything set up. Get your base set up and then get started and be consistent. If you have any other questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.